scared.
Okay. Why?
Hosted by a cock and frog. Shaka talk. I've hit the streets, been round the block. Shaka talk. And jerk off in my dirty socks. Shaka talk. My name is Diar, Rhea. Some people call me Fea. I've got something to say. Allow me just one prayer. Okay. I suffer from a mental block. Shaka talk. Like, oh my god. And what the fuck? Shaka talk. So turn it up and sit right back. Shaka talk.
Tourist tips.
Staring is a favorite Filipino pastime. Don't take it personally. A Filipino stare can also be a compliment.
Or viewed as curiosity. Or the start of a love affair.
Staring cannot kill you. Otherwise, Philippine colonial history would have lasted in a blink rather than 400 years.
Oops, and psst. A lunchtime TV game show once held a contest with 20 Filipinos trying to outstare each other.
No one lost.
Filipinos have a tendency to meddle in your personal affairs. Don't take that offense. It's just their Pinoy way of showing you they care.
Try not to overreact because Filipinos can enter the state of juramentado, physical and emotional violent outbursts, usually leading to a homicide. Nothing is personal or private in the Philippines.
Everything is shared, like food and secrets.
I don't have writer's block, I have mental block.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is that intentional or selective?
I don't know. How can it be intentional?
Okay, I don't know. It's like,
Oh yeah, like, oh, I slept with it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Hello. Aloha, everybody. All you books and baklas. Hostess. I'm your hostess, Diar Rhea. You can call me Diar. And here's my special guest, R. Zamora Linmark. Yeah, you can clap. I'm calling you R or Zach, right?
Zach,
Zach.
fine.
Okay. And you're a writer,
I think
poet.
so.
You
Yeah.
think so? I think so. And you wrote a book called Leche, yeah?
Leche.
Oh, okay. Can you say leche on TV in the Philippines?
Yes.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Can you cuss on TV?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you show nudity?
You can show one nipple but not two.
Really?
Yeah.
You can get naked on Olelo too, you know. You can cuss and get naked. So, we have a half hour. Are you a Hawaii citizen? Or what is that? American citizen?
No, I'm dual.
You are?
I'm dual.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
US and Philippines.
Totally bi-coastal. Where do you prefer living?
Well,
Do you
I
have-
live in Manila and Honolulu, so I do most of my writing in Manila and then I come here to detox.
Oh, really? Right on. Hello.
Not that, yeah, because Manila is very polluted, so I'm detoxing in every sense of the word. Plus, my mentor lives here.
Who's that?
Fake Ignoswe.
That's how you say it. I was
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Mm.
Kick, no sway. Okay. And so, what do you like most about Hawaii?
The people and the weather.
I thought you were gonna say
The
food.
weather, the people for most
Really?
part. Yeah, the togetherness. You can't just go to a stranger and start addressing him as uncle or
In the Philippines?
same.
Oh, okay.
Same. You can't do it in the mainland.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
what you meant.
Yeah. No, I think that the plus thing here is can also be a minus. That sort of, you know, the close knittedness can also work against you. Like sometimes you just need that personal space.
Yeah, you need to like avoid certain people. And
Or avoid the people you live with.
tell me about it.
Just for a couple of minutes.
We know that. Do you ever eat dog?
No,
No.
but I eat croissant for breakfast.
Okay. Do you ever eat monitor lizard?
Ugh, no.
I want to try.
No,
It sounds,
really?
Is it just
No, you know what? I went to an exotic restaurant outside of Manila, and they had like monitor lizard. They had snakes, and the most exotic thing I could eat was snails because I'm a Francophile. So, you know,
Did you ever join a pageant?
what kind?
It's based on reality, isn't it? Wow. What kind did you?
It wasn't drag.
Huh?
I don't look good in drag.
Was it Mr. Is it Poggy?
No, no.
What was it?
No, I was desperate to go back to the Philippines, and I didn't have enough money, so I joined this pageant for Filipino men, and it was a scholarship thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you first runner up?
No.
Did you win?
No, not even.
Oh.
No.
What was your talent? The last 10 minutes of the show you're gonna do. Wow. Do you have a baton or anything?
I forgot.
Whatever.
No, it was one of those where you just don't.
Can you tinkling?
It would be like one of those one-night stands you want to forget.
Okay.
Yeah, except this lasted for 3 hours, which is longer than a one-night stand.
Oh, no.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the Craigslist one-night stand are faster. They're like 5 seconds.
For days.
Come in, open door.
And you say, oh, no, never mind.
Right.
I always go like, oh, you look like my friend, my really good friend. We can't do it. I just drove from Pupukea. Oh, sorry.
No, you know, that happened to me.
What?
I was standing in line to attend. They were reading my poems. And I was standing in line, and this guy in front of me was a one-night stand.
Oh, ew, I hate those.
And I was like, why does that guy look so familiar? And then when he turned around, I was like, he was hot though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
yeah. I had one of those.
But it was just one of those, like, well, yeah.
Do you go to those remittance kind of places on King Street or in Kalihi?
No, but I do ship my things back to the Philippines in a balikbayan box.
You do? What is a balikbayan
It's
box?
this 20 by 20 by 20 huge carton boxes that there's no weight limit. So I ship all my books to the Philippines. I just shipped two boxes because I'm leaving at the end of the month. I'm going back there to write my noir novel.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah. I'm going to go to noir.
Excuse me, bro. Okay. White power. I guess on that note, we'll take a
That's
little break.
so that's unscented. It's an unscented
It's a
bird.
non sequitur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you had to fan it my way there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the kind, yeah?
A teen wearing all black in the 90-degree heat says in a thick Hawaiian Pidgin English accent.
What the kind you talking about? Speak English, Jennifer.
Her mother says, impatient because the line for coach travelers hasn't moved an inch. Held up by passengers who, despite repeated pleas that they've weighed the boxes at home using their bathroom scale, refuse to either pay the exorbitant excess baggage fee or sacrifice a dozen canned goods, or that transistor radio, or VCR, or those rolls of toilet paper, paper towels, bat mats, face towels, or back issues of Time and Life until the digital scale reads 70.
Not so loud, Mom. She can hear you.
Using her mouth, she points a yard away to Vince. Her mother digs into her Fendi purse for Carolina Herrera glasses. As she puts them on, she nudges the woman beside her.
¿Qué quieres, Mari?
He's here, Mare.
Mari!
The Let America Be America guy, Mare.
Ay, really, Mari? He looks so much better live than my Sony Trinitron.
And so much more guapo than that negro Juan.
He is a gay! Ay, Mari.
Talaga a gay?
Yes.
Why not be?
Yes, since high school days, he went to school with Nelson before Nelson transferred to Punaho.
She says, her words drowned out by the matriarch in front of them yelling
I told you I weighed the damn box myself.
at the supervisor, a gray-haired Filipino man who tries to appease her with,
I understand, Ma'am, but your balikbayan box exceeds the maximum weight limit of 30 pounds.
So what are you telling me? My bathroom scale is a liar.
No, Ma'am. I'm only informing you of PAL's baggage policy, which is stated on your ticket.
silence leads to a deadly 5-minute staring contest. The matriarch finally concedes. She hands him a $100 bill, but not without muttering the cuss word that she throws at him like 1,000 machetes.
Leche.
She spits as if the word tasted sour.
I would charge. Do you charge?
Of course.
Like I've always wanted to be a prostitute for money. You know, I guess obviously it's for money.
Yeah.
Want to
Do
be a
it.
sugar daddy.
You can be a macho dancer. Or
Have
whatever.
a sugar daddy.
Cool.
Wow.
Sarah.
I know, right?
So, but okay, I just read that it was Leche was almost like in 2000.
Right. You know, like the book had several chances of being published in different forms, but because of the publishing industry being so unsteady, that the publisher folded or it got bought out and they closed that imprint. So the 2 times that it got those chances of being published, it never happened. I got paid for it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I got paid.
So you are a whore.
I am. Well,
How to put out?
I put out and yeah, but I don't. It's kind of like putting out and you don't ejaculate
Tell me about it.
because you never.
Anyway. But so you got to change it and it evolved.
I got to change
Like,
it all
a
from
lot?
a lot.
Really?
Like the whole family angle wasn't there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was it shorter?
It was the first version was like 400 plus pages.
Oh, it was longer.
Then the second version was like 300, and now this is like 355.
I didn't sleep. But I loved it. It was like, I was like,
Right.
oh. And I learned so much. It's like, you could tell that it took you 12 years to write.
Yeah, it did. It did.
It seems like every little detail of your life seems to like, does that inform your writing? It's because like, it's
Not
so
necessarily.
no.
The only autobiographical part in that is that I did go back to the Philippines after, 15 years? And the reverse culture shock I experienced, that feeling of not being, that feeling of being from that place but not of that place anymore.
Oh, okay.
You know, that
Was
feeling
your-
of alienation and...
Was your
It was-
Filipino-ness questioned?
Yeah, because, you know, growing up in Hawaii, you never question your Asianness or
Yeah.
whatever Asian country
Because you're not
from.
white, everybody just...
Yeah, I mean, this
whatever.
is a very brown place,
Yeah.
right? And it shocked me, and just how American I was, even coming from Hawaii,
Really?
or just how much of an outsider I was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it, like, were people kind of...
Well, I'm already on the outside because I'm not brown.
Oh. Isn't that kind of better there?
Well, it has its perks, but not if you're a writer
Oh.
on a budget.
How is that? Like, is it hard? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta stretch it. I mean, like you know, they say Manila, the Philippines is cheap, but it's not. I mean, if it's cheap, why would you have like 90% of the population
Oh,
hungry?
that's
And
true.
I'll tell you how ridiculous it is to try to live there. You buy something and you get taxed 12.5% on top of the 4%. You know, for example, you know what I mean. So
The
it would be
sales
like
tax.
here we get taxed 5%. Then on top of that, they get an additional. They call it the value added tax, which is 12.5%. 17%.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's... They do that in
So
Europe.
if you're already on, you know, living on poverty level,
Sorry.
it's cool.
Did you ever bleach your skin?
No, I think I would react strongly.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
No, because you know, like my friend tried papaya, like the
Oh,
actual
yeah,
papaya, and his skin came out so raw. And
Really?
his partner said, "You're so stupid. You're not supposed to whatever." And yeah, it was really raw.
You're supposed to put acid on your body. I have to put my manongbidai up here, or whatever.
Oh, is that what it is?
I tried. I didn't have plastic for the furniture, so I just put the cotton gauze.
Oh, I like it. Like, oh, great. It's really manangbilat. It's so manangbilat.
Cool.
Really, yeah.
How are your books received in the Philippines?
Oh, well, they photocopied the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a zine?
Yeah, it's taught in universities and because to them it's exotic, right? Like pidgin, you know.
Oh, okay.
Partially written in pidgin, and they have like, you know, it has really very sexually active characters.
Sexual.
Yeah, sexual. And you know, I guess they've never read a book where fifth graders are sexually active.
Hello.
Yeah, and also because of the Filipino versus Filipino American theme, but you know.
How did they respond to Leche?
To Leche, no, it's, you know what, it's not. I like the way you're pronouncing it.
I was scared.
No, you know what?
I was like, how am I gonna fuck this up?
It's great because Leche has all these different meanings and representations in the novel, so I'm glad that you're pronouncing it differently each time because that's what...
I'm running out of options. Throwing out. So did they like the book in
You
the
know,
Philippines?
it's not sold there. It's not sold.
Really?
Yeah. I read from it, and my friend said, you might get flack.
Really?
Yeah.
Too much
Because it's very
artistic
critical
license.
and talk shit about everybody, even the high society, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
There's no...
I don't hold back unless you strap me.
Ooh. Would you rather be a Lola or a Joan?
What is that?
You didn't read the book either.
What is it? No.
Isn't a Lola those women?
Oh, okay. Oh, you were talking about Leche. Okay. The Lola are the sex slaves of World War II, and the Joan. I'd rather be a Joan.
Okay.
The
woman of the
vigilant
clock.
nuns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love. Oh, I should have worn my nun dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Costume change.
The nuns. Oh, I love them. Oh yeah, the nuns.
The nuns,
Yeah,
right on.
I'm not one to, you know,
You don't want to be a
to go
sex
on
slave.
to go on about victimization. I mean, you make your point and then you get over it.
I mean,
And then you fight those fuckers. That's what you do.
right on.
That's where
Like
the
Jones.
vigilant nuns come in.
Yeah.
There are very...
The Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Yeah. My friend is one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
But there are vigilant nuns, but they haven't gone and created their own order.
Really? Oh, okay.
So they're still part of the Catholic,
They're,
the Diocese of Manila, yeah.
they're just rogue. Or whatever.
But they're very outspoken when it comes to, well, one is very outspoken, and I think one is even rumored, which passes, you know, which is the truth, right, in the Philippines, as a lesbian.
Oh, really?
But that's kind of redundant.
Lesbian nuns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gay priests, I guess.
Yeah.
Were you raised with religion?
Yeah.
Catholic.
Mm.
Heavy duty.
Mm.
Really?
Mm.
Are you still?
Mm.
Mm.
I mean, I know. You know what? Writing brought me closer to. It made me understand what the hell I was saying back then.
Oh, okay.
Like the whole rosary and the different types of mysteries, and I didn't know what it was. I mean, I was just kneeling. Well,
Hello.
see, I had an early start.
Right on.
I think Catholicism had something to do with it.
some
Way back
God in
when
my
I was
life.
6.
Tourist tips.
The Philippines is a very loud country.
Bring earplugs. Noise, a nickname for Filipinos, is also spelled P-noise. Filipinos cannot live without making noise, hearing noise, or being noise.
Their motto is Je suis de bruit ergo sum, translation noise c'est moi.
Filipinos can meditate to heavy metal music. Filipinos fight for noise. Cacophony is worth dying for. Filipinos don't pray in silence. They ululate in tribes.
At wakes, they don't weep, rather they wail, screech, stare the roots of their hair, hold vigil long monologues to the dead.
Complete with a live brass band on the patio. According to the World Health Organization, 1 out of 10 Filipinos is born with a hearing problem. 6 will go legally deaf by 30.
Filipinos are marathon talkers on the phone,
In movie houses, with food in their mouths,
during a church sermon,
Senate hearing, academic lectures,
when committing acts of crime or passion,
and while sleeping. Their hi-fi mating calls can be heard as far north as Taiwan and Borneo to the south. The Philippines has the largest population growth rate in Southeast Asia.
There are approximately 70 million Filipinos in the Philippines circa 1991. 90% of them reside in Manila.
Was this book a catharsis for you? Like with your, did you have an identity crisis that you worked out, or with this book? Or?
No, I don't care.
Now you don't care? Or no, I don't care.
No, I don't care.
Did you care before? Was it an issue?
It was something I had to write. That like I said, that reverse culture shock. It was something that I had to write because I think I'm not the only one that goes through that. It doesn't have to be you going back to another country that you came from. It can be home. You leaving Hawaii, or you going, or you leaving your home, your family home, and then going back to it and realizing that it's hard and it's work and it means a lot of sacrifices, and it might mean you severing that tie.
Okay. So you just let it go.
Now, whether I'm Filipino or American, you know what? Whatever. It's whatever I say, somebody's gonna contradict me anyway. So it's like, if it's gonna make you happy, then yeah, cool.
How has the Philippines changed since?
It hasn't. On one hand, the corruption is still there.
Is there still blackouts?
No, but I think, it's gotten very progressive. On one hand, it has, elevated trains. It has, you can go from one end of Manila to another in like 40 minutes. Can't say that about here, right? But at the same time, poverty is everywhere, and it can be a very disheartening place if you start to look in that area.
Yeah. Do you drink the water?
Never. But if I want to lose weight, it's the first thing I do. I met David, a Texan tourist, at the municipal parking lot between Hamburger Mary's and God. On business, I asked, or pleasure? He said it didn't matter because he reasoned, with a twang of course, he was here to try something new. Asian boys. He said he got bored of tonguing sidewinder breaths and doing honky-tonks who smelled in Marlboro suits. He took me to his room and rammed his 10-inch Southwestern cock up my ass without a lubricant. Afterwards, he said it was the best fuck he's had in ages. The fuck? I asked. Or me? Does it matter? He asked. I said it didn't. He flew back that night. I squatted home, sore as hell. David was 47. I was 15. It was my first time. 3. I used to cruise Cuhue Avenue with a gold crucifix around my neck because I'm Filipino, Catholic, and superstitious. With the cross signed and blessed, I could ward off the evil eyes of fag bashers and laser-testicled cops who patrolled my second home in golf carts. One Sunday night, I hooked up with a seminarian who wanted to test his temptation and see if we spoke the same prayer of jism to Jesus in a piss-stained alley near St. Augustine Church. Just this once, he said, and called me my son. Yes, Father. I worked him hard in my mouth, the taste of pre-confessional cum on the tip of my tongue. He pulled my hair and guided me gently until he shot Holy Trinity on my face and the gold crucifix that gleamed in the dark. 4. Tom, a 70-year-old veteran, picked me up in his BMW convertible at Ala Moana Beach Park. He thought I had a million tricks up my sleeves and offered me cash instead of cookies. On the way to his condo, he buried his hand in my crotch and said it reminded him of World War II, my dick, the US flag planted on Iwo Jima. Once we got into the elevator, he pressed the stop button, crouched before me, pulled down my zipper, and sucked me red, white, and blue. I leaned against the carpeted wall, pumped his mouth, and slapped him with stars and stripes. Before leaving, I told him I was Filipino, not Japanese, that he must have meant Bataan and not Nagasaki or Hiroshima. He apologized, said you all look the same. I said, and so do you. 5. He threatened to arrest me, beat me with his baton if I resisted, blow the whistle to my parents, then leave me in a cell to rot if I didn't bend over and spread wide for his authorization. I obliged, told him he could use his spit to fuck me because all the cops I had were all the same, all muscles, no meat. He jabbed his 3-inch badge inside me, moaned things I had heard before. You like my big hard cock in your ass? Oh yeah. Such a sweet little ass, oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot his fuck, but remember the cologne he wore, the mole in his right thigh, the yellow thread of his name, the yellow thread of his shirt. 10 hours later, I dialed the phone, spelled out his name to a woman, his wife, and told her about the Drakkar cologne and the huge mole next to the little mole that wanted to eat me alive yet couldn't. 7. When I found out Bob, an Australian, had a dick so fat it was made for Diamond Head Crater, it was already too late. He said he wasn't into anal or oral, had a lover back in Perth, and only needed a local fag to chaperone him. After a Thai dinner, Kuvasi, and a Jeff Stryker video, I passed out on the floor, whereupon he pounced on me like a puma in heat. My rectum ripped while the chandeliers of Hyatt rang in my ears. Then he turned me around and shoved his cock thick as a baby's fist down my throat. I nearly gagged. It was the first and only time I tasted cum and blood. 9. I've had and been had by enough guys to make a quilt and keep myself warm forever. But I go on. Open past wounds to the night. Stand or kneel or spread in the dark. Lick their sweat and 5 o'clock shadows. I ask for more, ask for the smell of salt on skin, the taste of salt in my mouth, ask for the raw flesh, wanting more, giving more, but always never enough. Sometimes when I'm alone, I jerk off to their names and shoot at the what-ifs, at the possibility of a fuck or a blowjob session lasting longer than a moan or the face of the clock. At the moment when a stare at the crotch, an open fly, or an inviting grin means breakfast in bed or flowers in a porcelain vase. At a moment when an embrace or a tongue means the making or breaking of a night forgotten.
Wow. It's so Leche.